This is for my students in HSA520. We're in week 9, and the chapter in the textbook this week is a good match for your assignment in the installment 4 part of your term paper, because the chapter in the textbook is about the various kinds of application software that are used in hospitals and other medical care facilities. And the challenge in your installment 4 is to anticipate the IT consequences of the proposed new or extended service. This is not an easy or simple assignment. Well done, it requires a mastery of the content that this course is about. Obviously, all modern organizations depend upon information technology, and they depend upon a number of common types of applications, such as word processing applications, spreadsheet applications, email applications, and so forth. The chapter in our textbook, however, highlights kinds of applications that are unique to medical care facilities. The chapter reads well, it has good content, and I'm really not able to add to what the chapter says about these kinds of specialized applications. So I ask and recommend that you read your textbook carefully. There is a part of this chapter regarding executive information systems, and I believe, add something to that. An executive information system, usually abbreviated EIS, is a software application intended to support decision-making at the strategic level. Now, many kinds of software are intended to support decision-making, but an EIS is quite a special thing. It is not, for example, software that produces a monthly report. It is a software application to support strategic decision-making, intended to the degree possible to allow people to ask ad hoc questions and get meaningful information back from the computer system. Now, that's really difficult or impossible. You can design, or a programmer can design an application to support decision-making if he or she knows the nature of the question that will be asked. But to support or to write an application that will answer unknown questions is pretty much above where we are today in terms of artificial intelligence. What a EIS does is allow decision makers to gain information about the history of the organization and to visualize trends that are apparent in the data that the organization has produced in the past. And since trends are often the way that we predict the future, EIS systems can be very helpful to strategic level decision makers. To make a long story short, EIS systems require what is called data warehouses. A data warehouse is not a usual kind of relational database. A data warehouse is based upon dimensions rather than upon simple tables. It's not easily explained, and I'm not going to attempt to explain it in depth. But to state it briefly, a data warehouse is very large because it contains historic data. And it has in its design multiple data dimensions. And each of those dimensions can be interrogated, if you will, at multiple levels of detail. And so the question that the questions that the application can answer can reflect almost any combination of the dimensions at any level of detail for each dimension. I used to teach in Kansas, and one of the companies there is Payless Shoe Source. I think their headquarters is in Topeka, Kansas. And so, their executives could ask questions of their executive information system like, how many pairs of dress shoes did we sell in the state of California in the year 2004? And then, maybe year 2005, 2006, and establish some trend as to the sale of dress shoes in California. Now, the dimensions here, there's a geographic dimension, there's a product dimension, and there's a time dimension. The question could also be posed to the data warehouse: how many pairs of brown dress shoes size, 8 did we sell in Los Angeles in July of 2004? A data warehouse can answer this because all of that historic data is there, and it's structured in a way that allows the system to come back with a response to the question quickly, even though the database, the dimensional database is huge. So my point is, executive information systems are important, and they allow executives to make strategic level decisions, but they don't have the capacity to answer any question. They have the capacity to answer questions of a kind. I need to stop the video now in order not to break the 10-minute limit on YouTube. I'll be back.